Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a young adventurer named Jack. Jack lived in a small village near the mountains, and was known for his bravery and cunning. He had heard stories of a hidden treasure deep within the mountains, and had decided to set out on a journey to find it. He packed his supplies and set out early one morning, determined to find the treasure that he had heard so much about. He hiked for days through the mountains, encountering many challenges along the way. He crossed treacherous rivers, climbed steep cliffs, and battled fierce beasts that lurked in the shadows. One day, while he was resting by a river, he came across a strange old man who was fishing. Jack approached the old man and asked him if he knew anything about the hidden treasure. The old man looked up at Jack and said, "Ah, so you're looking for the treasure, are you? Well, I know a thing about it." The old man then told Jack that the treasure was guarded by a fierce dragon and that he would have to defeat the dragon if he wanted to claim the treasure. Jack thanked the old man for the information and set out to find the dragon. He searched for days until he finally came upon a cave at the base of the tallest mountain. As he approached the cave, he could hear a deafening roar coming from within. Jack took a deep breath, unsheathed his sword, and stepped into the cave. As he entered the cave, he was greeted by the dragon. The dragon was massive, with scales as black as night and eyes that glowed with a fiery red light. Jack stood tall, ready for battle, and the dragon let out another deafening roar. The battle was long and grueling, but Jack was determined to defeat the dragon. He swung his sword with all his might, and the dragon breathed fire, trying to incinerate him. But Jack was quick and agile, and he managed to dodge the dragon's attacks. Finally, with one last mighty blow, Jack defeated the dragon and claimed the treasure. The treasure was more magnificent than he had ever imagined. There were piles of gold coins, glittering jewels, and precious artifacts. Jack was filled with excitement and gratitude as he gathered as much of the treasure as he could carry and made his way back to the village. When he returned to the village, he was greeted as a hero. The villagers were amazed by the wealth he had brought back, and they threw a grand feast in his honor. Jack shared the treasure with the villagers, and they all lived happily ever after. But Jack was not content to simply rest on his laurels. He knew that there were still many adventures waiting for him, and he set out on a new journey, eager to see what the world had in store for him next. And so, the story of Jack the Adventurer continued, with each new adventure more exciting and dangerous than the last. Years went by, and Jack became known as the greatest adventurer in all the land. He had explored every corner of the world and had claimed countless treasures. But despite all his wealth and fame, Jack never forgot his humble beginnings and always remained true to himself, always eager for the next adventure. Years passed, and Jack became a legend. Young children would listen in awe as their parents told them tales of his bravery and cunning, and adventurers from all over the world would come to seek his advice and guidance. But as much as Jack loved the thrill of adventure, he was getting older and he realized that he needed to find someone to pass his legacy on to. So, he decided to take on a protégé, someone who would continue his adventures after he was gone. One day, a young man named Max approached Jack. Max was bold and daring, and he dreamed of becoming an adventurer just like Jack. Jack saw something of himself in Max and took him on as his protégé. Max proved to be a quick learner, and Jack taught him everything he knew about adventuring. They traveled the world together, facing danger and overcoming challenges. And as Max grew in strength and skill, Jack knew that he had found the perfect person to carry on his legacy. One day, Jack and Max received a mysterious message. It was from a far-off land, beyond the mountains and the seas. The message spoke of a great evil that threatened the land and begged for their help. Jack and Max knew that this was the adventure they had been waiting for, and they set out to face the challenge. They journeyed for months, facing countless dangers along the way. When they finally reached the land, they discovered that the evil was a powerful sorcerer who was using his magic to terrorize the people. Jack and Max knew that they had to stop the sorcerer and restore peace to the land. They spent weeks gathering information and planning their attack. Finally, the day came, and Jack and Max faced the sorcerer in a battle that would determine the fate of the land. The battle was fierce, with bolts of lightning and blasts of fire flying through the air. But Jack and Max were determined, and with their combined strength and skill, they were able to defeat the sorcerer and restore peace to the land. As they journeyed back home, Jack realized that his time as an adventurer was coming to an end. He was proud of all that he had accomplished, and even more proud of Max, who was now a seasoned adventurer in his own right. And so, the story of Jack and Max, the adventurers, continues to this day, inspiring new generations of brave souls to seek out their own adventures and to follow in their footsteps. For as long as there are people with the courage and the spirit to explore the unknown, Jack and Max's legacy will live on, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit.